My first memory of David O'Leary is when I first took the job, we had booked in to go to Iceland to play in a three-match competition between Iceland, Czechoslovakia and the Republic. And I phoned David up and I said to him, do you want to come to the game? And he said, no, I've booked me time on holiday. I'm going on holiday. I said, well, you know, you could do with coming. And he said, well, no, I'm going on holiday. What he didn't realise was that I had Mark Lawrenson, Paul McGrath, Mick McCarthy, Kevin Moran, and somebody else. So I had 5 centre-backs in the team. So I didn't really need David, and I told him that. I said, you know, if you don't come in now, you're not liable to get back in again. And as it happens, David did go on holiday. He didn't come with us, and for a lot of years, the Irish press did not understand why I didn't pick David O'Leary. And I said, well, I don't need him. I didn't need him. But I said, when I do need him, I'll call him up and bring him in. And then it happened that I did need him, and I called him up and brought him in. And then he went on and scored that fantastic goal, the penalty kick. You remember it? Where I didn't realise it was the last penalty, and I was sat watching the game, and I'd said to the lads, make your mind up before you hit the ball, put it down, don't change your mind, do it. And then I saw David coming, and I'm not the greatest believer in centre-backs taking penalties. And I sort of turned away, and I looked at the screen in the corner of the place where we were sat in the stand behind us. And David put the ball down. The referee stopped him and called him over for some reason, which I didn't like. And then David went back, put the ball down again, and sent the goalkeeper the wrong way and put it in, and it went fantastic. That meant, you know, we were through. David was reliable. He was standard. He was a good header of the ball. He was a good reader of the game. He didn't mess about with balls at the back. He was a good passer. He never put himself under any real pressure, which the sort of centre back I like. It never entered my mind that David would want to be a manager. And it was only when George Graham left Leeds that he became, when he was the assistant, and then he became the manager at Leeds. Did a very good job for Leeds, and then for some reason he left, and then he went to Villa Park. And he's done very, very well. I mean, Doug Ellis has never been the easiest chairman in the world to work for. I know him very well, actually, but David has done a good job there. And he's kept Villa in a situation where they've, unfortunately, not winning anything, but they're stable and they're one of the better sides in the Premier Division. Whether David will ever become a manager of the Republic is anybody's guess. I mean, mainly managers would want to work 7 days a week in football rather than become a national team manager, because that gives you more time to yourself, more time to do what you want to do. You've got to go looking and watching players. You're travelling all the time. And I think maybe when he gets a few years older and the job is clear, then I think David might just become another good manager of Irish.